Good afternoon everyone, and welcome back to 4 Wheel Builds.
With the Mercedes gone to the body shop, as you can see the workshop is full of parts. It's just waiting for the car to come back so we can get things done. And today we'll go through and rebuild the half shaft which I need for the front of my C450 AMG. As you might recall, the front of my AMG was in a very sorry state when I first bought it. And this is the half shaft that came with it. So there's the front bit, and this is the transmission side of things. Well, and as you can see, it's a little bit worse for wear. So I've got this as essentially as a spare. Now I bought another one which I bought quite cheap, because these are actually quite pricey, I must admit, but you know, this side is good. So this is the smash side on my one, but the other side, well, this seems to be a little bit crunchy. I'm not quite sure why. So what I want to do is open up that side, and keeping my fingers crossed, I'm hoping that between this and this I should be able to make this half shaft something I can use it on my car. So to start off, I've done this earlier, but I've removed the actual bands holding this together, and all these, I guess, bearings, well, seem to be in good shape. Now I need to do the same on this one and see, you know, what's causing all that commotion and noise in there. The half shaft I bought, this rubber boot is broken. Now the rubber boot on this one is good, so I'll use this once I take all these bearings off on the, I guess, on the new so-called shaft. Let's use a hammer and a wooden block to knock these off. Okay. Alright, now, so that's what we're left with. Get this thing pulled off. And this is my original casing. As you can see, it's cracked there and it's bent. I can't use this, so need to go back to the new one and use that one. And now that enables us to take off this rubber boot. I can already see that making a huge mess whilst it's been taken off, so voila, there's a rubber boot. Let's clean this up and get it onto our new axle. I'm not quite sure as to what the proper way of actually dismantling one of these clips are, so if anyone does know, I'll be happy to learn. For the moment, it's brute force. Okay, so let's have a look at what's going on inside here. I guess one of the problems is a stuck bearing or something in there. A piece of a bearing has fallen out already. That is really odd. Alright, I've been able to take this off. A little bit of wiggling around, but we still have a stuck bearing in it, which I need to take out. So let's cut this off. And let's go clean this shaft up and just see how that looks. Apart from, I guess, the bearing being bearing's been broken. The shaft looks to be okay. I mean, the paint's a bit stripped because I guess all the metal parts were flying around in there. So see if we can get this head off, so we can replace the boot on here, and then put the head back on and put I guess all bearings on here, and we hopefully should be good to go. Oh, okay. Right, let's get this half shaft into the vise and see if we can get this thingy off. Well, we've got a thingy-majiggy off, whatever the hell this is called. If anyone knows, please leave me a comment as to what the name of this is. Alright, so now let's get the boot off, get it put on here, and let's start putting things back together again. So we've got our end that we can use. Okay, everything's nice and clean, and we can start putting the front half axle back together again. Well, I've finally been able to get out that stud bearing in there. The only thing is that there's just a little bit of marring, so the metal is just a little bit rough around the edges here from the, I guess, issue that occurred. So just want to make sure that I've filed that down so there's nothing that comes loose in the future and gets stuck and I guess recreates the same problem all over again. Okay, that seems to be good, so I'll just take this outside and give it a wash with the brake clean, make sure we get rid of all the metal shavings. Okay, seems to be quite tight. Okay, so now what we need to do is put our triangular thingy majiggy on. We need to put this back on. Just to ease the process of actually getting this thing on. Okay, let's go. Keep on hammering this down. So after all that work, we have, well, you could basically say practically a brand new half axle. It's not making those weird noises anymore. It's all nicely greased up and it's good to go onto the car. Well, I hope you enjoyed today's guide as to how to rebuild a Mercedes front half axle. If you enjoyed the video, please leave me a like, leave me a comment. I always love reading your comments. Consider subscribing because it's going to help me and the channel out enormously, and it's going to help me deliver the content that you really want to see. And guys, I'll see you in the next episode. Peace and out.